What's going on, guys? We are back with another build video, and as you would know, we are now building an FL5. We saw your comments to go get one, and here it is. Unfortunately, it's not mine, but we are gonna do some crazy content today. So, Brian, what are we gonna do?
We're actually gonna do two different kits for today. An Adro kit, and we're gonna show you guys what a Mugen kit looks like as well.
The reason we're gonna do that today is because we wanna show you two of the best available kits that are on the market and show you how they both fit and how they both look to give you the guys the best idea of which kit you may wanna go for your FL5. We'll cut to B-rolls and we'll see you for the install.
So Deshaun's car is actually very, very low considering the fitment he's on. This is the way we kind of run all our fitments anyways, you know, no finger gap. So he's set up the car perfectly, but we were worried about if this car's gonna be way too low after this Adro kit. Hopefully there's some clearance here and we're not scraping everywhere we go.
I don't think it'll be that detrimental. I hope. Anyway, this is what we're here for, right? We're here to find out. So it looks like Deshaun has fitted another front lip on here. We're just gonna simply remove it. He's done a really good job at installing this one, making it super easy for us. Yeah, just a couple of tap ins, some nut and bolts. We'll probably need to take off some of the other tray just to get access through there, and we should have that off in no time. So let's get started.
Look at that, guys. These are the Adro side skirts. One thing I love about Adro is their design. Even if we look at a super side skirt, you can still see that there's a design philosophy across all of their product.
A lot of people say is a bit too aggressive for their liking. Yeah, is definitely the diffuser and the sport. No, that's the comment online. Yeah.
But that's why you need the front lip and the...
You need the full kit.
Yeah, you
always need the full kit. Always full kit. But yeah, I think it looks sick.
It tends to. There. Oh.
Is Brian filming a thirst trap again?
Honestly speaking, this diffuser is a very aggressive diffuser. But again, I can't stress this enough. As a whole, when you have an aggressive front lip, an aggressive side skirt, an aggressive spoiler, everything just ties together and just works. So guys, full kit, always full kit.
Woo. All right, that's on. So again, this is the reason why we use double-sided tape, is because now we've just, oh damn. So I've just noticed the way that the previous front lip was installed has left a hole that's visible. So I guess for Deshaun, it might be a case of going Mugen then, right? Because the Mugen will cover this bottom piece, yeah. I'm pretty sure. So that's going to be a big factor for him. This is why we use double-sided tape. Essentially, it's just to mock fit this one, make sure that it sits perfectly, and now Brian can start drilling in and doing all the other stuff.
You guys can see like these marks here that is left from the previous lip as well. That's one of the reasons why we double-sided tape the whole lip. Because if you don't, there won't be that gap in between the front lip and the bumper itself, and it's gonna, over time, just rub against each other and cause a mark. So yeah, having 3M tape gives it like that 2 mil barrier against each other, so nothing's rubbing on each other. So Scott, how does this improve aerodynamics? It's just gonna... True? Where's the error in this? I don't understand.
Show me a degree.
Yeah, what color is your university? It is actually a very good question. It'd be very good to ask Scott on the day of Black Label how this design, you know, would enhance aerodynamics. Like if you go to Mins, you know, you can see that it's flat, it has a channel that goes underneath, it looks more aerodynamic, whereas that one is a flat piece of carbon that actually adds a barrier. Not sure, really not sure, but worth an ask. That looks so sick. This is actually really nice. Like, it's not crazy. I think it also helps because he has the extended wingspan, so it just everything's a bit bigger.
This time around, the FL5 Type R is actually a bit more tamed than the 10th gen. So hopefully this adds a bit of that aggressive characteristic back into the DNA of the car, I guess. All right guys, let's take this side skirt off. There is one screw down here that we need to take off. There's 2 screws in there. And it's a bunch of clips that we need to remove from here to drop the bottom edge down so you can reach and pop all the tabs out. Before we've taken out 1, 2, 3 screws on this side. So now that you can see that we have a bit more space, we can see which Phillip head screws will be holding the side skirt in. For example, this is one Phillip head that we need to take out, and then the 2 Phillip heads on this one.
All right, we're gonna put on the side skirts now.
Adro has made the installation of this side skirt a lot easier than taking off the old one. Literally on the side here, on this flat edge, is some double-sided tape, and there's just one screw hole. Look at that. See what I mean about full kit, guys? Like, see this edge before? Once we put this diffuse on, it was way too low. But then as we put this one, this edge matches the back. And as you go to the front, you can see that joins there too. So it flows along the whole way of the car. You reckon that's like 70 mil off the floor?
Oh my God, Brian, you must have fucking millimeter eyeballs. 70? On the dot. Damn.
Pretty sure like Min's car is still like...
Min's legal. I reckon that's legal.
Like 105, I say.
How the fuck are you doing this, Brian? 105 on the dot. Oh yeah, alright.
Get 3 for 3, bro.
I'd say
He's like, he's
13.
125. No, 128.
Pretty good.
Holy crap.
I'll give it to him.
Pull down your pants right now.
Alright, Ryan, last car. The GR.
100 mil.
Damn, 100 mil.
Ryan's good at this, bro.
Alright, next one.
Yeah, that's it. That's it, guys.
Ooh.
This one went.
Damn, that looks sick.
Come sit back. Come on.
Like just from this angle, look at how sick that is. With the diffuser, and because like the spoiler arches in a way where it matches the same arch where the diffuser kind of comes and wraps around the rear bumper. I think it's actually a really well thought out kit. Now after seeing this, I'm even more keen to see the Mugen kit because this kind of blew my expectations out of the water. I was expecting an overly aggressive kit that would work really well on a car with fitment like this, like super aggressive fitment, but it's actually not. It ties in really well, it looks really good, and now I'm keen to see what the Mugen one is like. We're gonna take this to Black Label the way it is. I think it looks fantastic.
From the photos, it didn't do it justice. It looks a bit too aggressive, but it actually ties the whole kit together so well, and I'm impressed. Yeah, it is gonna make your decision hard.
It is. Oh, so I'm torn.
We're gonna like put that Mugen kit on, and then you'll be able to just scratch your head.
If you guys have an FL5, this is gonna be a hard decision. I mean, just look at it. And you know what it's gonna be, Brian? Like, it's gonna be two different worlds. Like, I reckon the Adro kit is definitely on the aggressive side, but it ties well, right? The Mugen one is gonna be more on the subtle side, but it's going to be very clean and simple, especially if you're running a setup like the Shan's with the, you know, the T37s, which are an OG wheel. It's going to be quite the decision.
But his setup is so aggressive. Like, he's got so much camber. I reckon that's -4 camber rear.
I don't know, your eye is better than mine according to the
Like
measurements.
at least 3 at the front. So he's got that fitment dialed in and it looks amazing. So honestly, it kind of suits that track stance that is going on, right?
Yeah.
And with the Adro aerodynamically tested, surely he's gonna have some fun on the track too. Look good and perform well too.
100%. Well, again, we'll leave you guys with the B-roll. So enjoy this and we'll move on to the Mugen kit. Let's go. Guys, we are back from Black Label and what an event that was. We were so happy that we got to show off Deshaun's car with the FL5 Mugen kit, sorry,
Adro kit, yeah.
The Adro kit. My mind is already focused. I'm so excited to get this Mugen kit on because we saw a couple at the show and they look fantastic. So I'm very excited to try and have a look. But for now, this car, like as is,
looks fantastic as well. This is one thing that we've never done in a video. We're undoing the work that we did. So we're gonna take off this Adro kit, pop it aside, and we'll get started on the Mugen one.
Guys, moving on to the side skirt now. As you guys have seen from our stock side skirt removal when we did the Adro, this side skirt is the same. We can't have the OEM side skirt mounted. This is where we actually have to cut. This part here comes into obstruction with the Mugen side skirt. Although we are doing some cutting, this is completely reversible. You can still put the OEM side skirt back on if you do decide to go back to stock. Now guys, I have taped up where we need a cut, but if you guys are still unsure when doing this at home, we do include an instruction manual that indicates exactly where. So let's get to it. All right guys, that is the piece that we have just removed. Now the side skirt does come into contact with here, so that's why we've removed this whole section. It's gonna look great. The side skirt has been all prepped. Now we're gonna head over under our light to finish the rest of the install. This car's a bit low, so we don't do it on the hoist. Now moving on to the side skirts. So I'm just running along the T-mold along the whole way of the side skirt. There we go. Now let's move on to the double-sided tape. Putting double-sided tape just underneath the T-mold, and we're gonna do a double layer as well. We're doing the rear pods now. I have the completed side for you guys here. So all of our kits, the front, the side, the rear, will include these T-molding strips. This is just to prevent water from coming in, and it just looks better with them installed. So let's do this one together. Now with this, always do it slowly. Don't take the double side off the whole way around. Just line it up to the edge. Yep, there we go. And now we'll just snip off the end. Well, now that is our T-mold weather stripping installed on the rear pods. Let's now put some double-sided tape on. So guys, here I'm just putting this double-sided tape right underneath the T-molds, so it creates a nice bond to the car.
So Brian's applied the T-mold thing to a T. Anyway, probably cut that one out. But now we're gonna put on the side skirt. So this is the Mugen side skirt. How do we put this on?
Double layered tape we used. There is 4 screws, and we reused the OEM screws at the far end.
Oh, this end?
Yep, that end. That's
yep,
it.
which we've already removed,
Yep.
which is this one here.
Cool.
Fantastic.
Now get that under.
Yep, I'm good. Yep, I'm good.
Stuff.
Yep, nice.
Yep. Yep.
That OEM bolt here, I've just put it in there so I can position it. So that's where it will sit. Then I just push this up against here, like so. Oh, oh, hang on. Yeah, there we go.
Yep. Cool. And then now we just put the screws in. All right, rear pods.
Damn, that looks sick. That looks sick. It definitely needs a full kit, but I need to see the rear pod at least on. So now we're just putting on the rear pod, again with the double layer 3M, and then just a self-tapping screw here, and then the ones underneath. That one there, 1 screw there that goes into the rear bar, and then 2 that uses one down there.
Just one down here, guys. Yep. Normally, guys, if you are running stock wheels, you'll be able to get in there with the gun, but as the Shine's wheels are sticking out quite a bit, there is limited space, and a trick to do this without taking the wheel off is just to use one of these ratchet spanners. It does take long, but it does get the job done. Well guys, let's get to the front. So there is 6 clips that were removed in total. 1 on this end, 1 in the corner, and 2 in the middle, and just the same on the other side. Let's get to it.
So we put the T-mold here on the edge. You leave this one here because this wraps right around the front bumper there, and you don't need that T-mold separation. Here it comes with pre-applied 3M tape, which makes it super duper easy. And here we've used extra foamy ones. That way it sits nice and snug against the bar. Yep, I'm snug. Wow, look at that. Look at the fitment on that thing. Nuts. Absolutely nuts. That is nuts. Let me have a look at this bad boy. Woohoo! Yeah, color match all the way. So that's the full Mugen kit fitted in the painted championship white. I think it looks fantastic. We started this video and we said we'd pick a kit that we thought was better, the Adro or the Mugen.
This is going to be a hard one.
It really is. Guys. They're all very, very close together and they all have their strong points.
Yeah. Guys, if this was my FL5 build, we'd have me switch out all 3 kits time after time just because I couldn't make up my mind.
I guess we're going to be putting on 3 different kits for 3 different months, but I think that's a really good way to show the difference between the 2 kits. And yeah, well, leave a comment below and tell us which one you like. We'll catch you in the next video. Thanks, guys.
Now guys, this is what the kit looks like in black.
Who's Ray? Corey. And we got an answer to the question that we asked earlier about the front lip.
About these parts here. So we asked Scott, why don't we just put holes in there so then the airflow would go underneath the car? But apparently this here will act as an air dam and will become like an invisible barrier. So air will just pass right through. Whereas if they made a hole, lead the air underneath the car, which
I think
create like a dirty air?
Yeah, like I don't know, just but an uneven distribution of airflow because yeah, the whole point of this car was to get the air in to the intercooler and nothing beneath the car. So I guess that's what that was for, and it answered our question. Now we do know that with Adro, you guys know Scott and you guys know Davis. They work hand in hand together to create a kit that's not just looks really good, but is super functional as well. There are compromises that they need to do in order to, you know, make each other happy. And I guess one of these is you know, a great example of that. It's still functional, but it has Davis's twist to the actual kit. And the aggression from the front then, you know, follows through all the way to the rear, including that rear wing, which was the favorite piece to a lot of people at the show. I wish you guys, if you didn't get to go to Black Label, I wish you guys could have seen it because in person this car is so sick, so sick.